zone.
Alright, so where do I start? Turn these windshield wipers off. Alright. The meaning behind nightmares. Alright, last year, I believe it was April 18th. This is after I got into an accident in my Shelby. And that's a whole nother story. But yeah, after I got into an accident in my Shelby, I was looking for another Shelby. Actually, I had 11 and 12. I was looking for a 13, 14. And I was having a lot of trouble finding one in the area. Found one in Texas that I liked. I actually went out there. I flew out there to Dallas to get it. And when I got there, they had already sold the car. So I was mad. I'm like, man, you made me fly all the way out here knowing damn well y'all ain't had the car. So now what? So I looked at a couple things they had on the lot. They had a couple Hellcats. He was bent on trying to get me to buy a Hellcat. Like, he was like, it was like about 5 or 6 Hellcats. Oh, these were owned by ex-Dallas football players and stuff like that. I test drove a couple of them. I don't really have nothing against Hellcats. I'm just a Ford person. So I was like, nah, I'm good on that. So he's like, well, we do got one car back here. And it was a Bar 302. And I'm a Ford guy, so I was definitely interested. So it was a Bar 302. And it was Pro Charge. I said, okay, let's take it for a test drive. Let's go see what it's about. Took it out on the highway. I love Texas highways, I'm not gonna lie. Took it out on the highway, got in it. I was doing 100, whatever. It checked out pretty good, man. So I came back, I was like, this is something different. I had a Shelby already, so why not get into a Bar 302? I heard a lot of good things about them and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, let's do it. Did the paperwork, whatever. Got the bus. Drove from I got more slaps than a Beetle. I got the horses in the bag. All my life, just driving the Bar 302. It was great. I loved it. And got back here, surprised all my friends with it. We was all hype about it, happy. I had plans on retuning it with Lund, seeing what it could do, buying the 4th generation fuel system. Even though all of that happened, it just didn't happen the way I wanted it to happen. So about 2 weeks later, after me having the car, I was out with a couple friends, and we was on the highway, doing highway things, and I got back to the house and everything was cool. Got back to the house with my peoples, everything was cool. We all said our goodbyes, whatever, everybody went their separate ways. Got back in the car to go to my girlfriend's house, and on the highway on the way there, I was feeling excited. Got the new car, my first night out, we having fun. I got in it one more time, just to open it up again, see what they could do. And that's when all hell broke loose. Like, the car, I'm riding, and I looked through the rearview mirror, and it was foggy. And I was like, hey, what is that back there? Like, I was like, nah, I don't want to pay no attention to it. So I kept driving, got off the highway. And when I got off the highway, I'm looking back, and I'm like, it's a trail of smoke that's following me all the way off the highway. And I would pull into the gas station, and I figured out it was me. Tell me why I burnt a hole in 2 pistons. Detonation. Like, only had the car for 2 weeks, and detonation just like that. So I was depressed for like a couple days at first. Of course, when you buy a car from a dealership, you sign the as-is paper, so tough luck on that. Like fighting sucked it up, looked at some shots. On certain things that we wanted to do, we came to some disagreements, and we had to agree to disagree and part ways, which is cool. I don't have a problem with that. Then I found a shop over here on my side of town with a guy named Nick, and we was on the same page, like all together. Like he stayed in touch with me, he let me know what we was doing. He gave me an estimate in the beginning, and the estimate stayed that same. Like he wasn't surprising me every day with new things, and he answered the phone every time I called him. Like we was cool. Like I towed the car to my house, and I left the engine and the block and stuff with him, and he worked on it, man. And he actually did his thing. Like the machine shoppers would really took the longest. The part with him was cool. He did his part quick, and we was back on bases. We were just waiting on the machine shop. Really, that's what really messed up the whole process. Yeah, the machine shop took about a month and a half to get the took about a month and a half to get it back. But after that, he had the car back together. Dyno day. Okay. Let me take the car to the Dyno day. I got the car already tuned, all the way tuned in, all the way dialed in with Lund Racing. Shout out to Lund Racing, by the way. And the car was running at 100%. And I was like, okay, it's a Dyno day. Let me see what power this thing made. Take it up there. Third gear the same day. Like, as soon as the car got off the dyno, I was all happy about the numbers, whatever. I went to start the car up to go home. Third gear went from grinding to just completely disappearing. Damn MT82, man. I heard about MT82s, but I went from a 3V to a Shelby, so I never really got a chance to experience one. But after experiencing this motherfucker here, yeah, man, listen. Yeah, I'm try to find a TR6060 to swap into this car, really, or get this MT82 build. But yeah, man, I dropped the gear that same day. Same day I made all that power on the dyno. Same day my transmission took a shit. So went back to Nick. Nigga's the man, to be real. I ain't even gonna lie. Went back to nigga again. He rebuilt my transmission. Got me back on the road. Got me back on the road within a couple weeks, which wasn't bad. Like it was. He got it in and out real fast. And I was back out in Mexico. Back out of Mexico doing my thing, you know, taking some L's, getting some W's. That's how it goes. It's a part of the racing game. I don't mind losing. It's cool. And probably about probably about 2 months after that, transmission took a shit again. Transmission took a shit again. And like I said, I'm not really surprised because I know I was making some good power. And MC82s, they not really good at all. So it's not like I was like thinking, oh, it's supposed to hold the power, but I thought I was gonna last a lot longer than 2 months. And then I had a lot of belt slip with the Pro Charger. Like I said, I like the Pro Charger setup because of the blow-off valve, and you know, it's noticeable when you go to a car meet or something and you Pro Charge, the whole meet looking like, damn, who that? Like, what's going on over there? So it's cool, but when you actually try to pull it down to make power, it's a hassle, man. Like, I was worried about my crank snapping because I heard a lot about crank snapping and stuff like that. And them belts, man, I was eating the belts. Like, they were saying, oh, it wasn't aligned. You got to get it aligned correctly. And I took it to places trying to get it aligned correctly and stuff like that. And I finally got it to like I said, for those 2 months that I was going back and forth to Mexico, I got it to stick. But it was just like, I got tired of every night being worried about if it's gonna snap, like while I'm somewhere out like racing or something. So
this is the marathon game. Rust up the net, deals coming in, views going up. That's just a fact. Pour up the yak, I'm feeling the wave. Shorty twerk on the track.